joy, oh joy, doesn't that music and doesn't this screen just look absolutely delightful? Childhood memories rushing back to me. I remember that this is the game that forced me to get a gaming computer, and thank God my uncle was around, because he turned my Windows 98 machine into a Windows 2000 machine with an Atari, an ATI, not AMD, an ATI graphics card. I remember when installing this on the disc, there was this advertisement for ATI Radeon graphics cards. Get the best. And an ATI with an AMD Athlon, or was it Athlon? I don't remember. But I got some serious hardware to play this. And the first time I saw this pop up, I was ecstatic to finally be playing Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. On the family computer, at least, and oh my good God, gravy, this game is just, it flows with nostalgia. It has been part of my childhood. The Roller Coaster Tycoon series in general is part of my childhood, and it has always been part of my childhood. I love Roller Coaster Tycoon. I love everything about it, and, I love to play serious. I love to go in, play Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 in a serious manner, but in today's, we're actually going to go into a sandbox mode, meaning we're just going to start off and I'm going to build. There's really nothing else I can say about that. I would do custom scenario because, well, if I had custom scenarios to start, I did have to restart Windows, refresh it, and I did lose all my previous saves and Roller Coaster creations, and I am quite sad about that because a lot of Roller Coaster creations that I have were very close to me, and I had worked on this park that had a lot of scenery, and unfortunately it's gone now. But that's why I'm starting this new series, because, well, I finally get to create stuff. So let's do that. If you want to see me play in career mode, I can also do that. Let's play in sandbox mode and see what we can do. Loading resources. I also remember on my computer that this took ages. I would be sitting at my CRT display just staring at my screen for, a good 5 minutes before it finally loaded, watching the numbers slowly climb. Now, it's a lot faster. It's still slow due to me, recording and a bunch of other background programs and it loading up its map for the first time, but I think we're about to have a lot of fun. Initializing park. I would always become so excited seeing initializing park. And by the way, this is Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 on Steam. I'd recommend you get it either on Steam or Good Old Games. That way you always have a copy. You don't have to worry about your copy becoming destroyed. So here's, let's just take a look at this. Enable live content, all that stuff. I'm actually going to disable the background music because I don't really like the background music. It's kind of annoying. Control mode, normal, free look. We're going to do free look because I like free look. It allows me to get right up in there. One of my favorite things, one of the best things about Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 that the others really should have done is I can build while it's paused. You can't do that in the other Roller Coaster Tycoons. I will say this, because I'm one of those people, I like Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 better than Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. That's only due to the fact that Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 looks nicer when you put the scenery down. It had a lot better looking scenery. It just generally, when you're done with the park, it looked so much better. I might put something up on the screen, I'm not sure in this episode or another episode, of my parks that I've been working on for quite some time. Anyways, let's continue. So the first thing I really want to build, and this is what you should always build when you're building a theme park, I'm going to get rid of all these scenery because honestly, I like generic. I'm very boring, I know, but I like generic. I try to line this up, and it's a merry-go-round. It's probably one of the stupidest looking merry-go-rounds I've ever seen in terms of just general size. I kind of miss the merry-go-round from Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 and 2 because that was such a classic. Dun 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 dun. So many memories. When I first heard that actually play for the first time, I was, well, entranced, you could say, by just what it looked like. And it was, not what it looked like, what it sounded like. I'm not good with these talks while I play video games that require me to build, because I'm just thinking about what I can put here, what can I put here. So this is our merry-go-round. You know what? Let's hey, no, I don't want to quit. Let's give it, those are the colors. Okay, blue, we'll give it white, and we'll give it a, like this, actually, you know what? That can be a white as well. I like this, white and gold, and because of the extra scenery, it kind of suits it. I like that. You know what? Actually, let's delete this. I got a better idea. I got a much better idea. I just thought of a better idea. If I'm going to do this by myself, I'm actually going to build. I used to love building in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 because of how much freedom they give you. And this, they have a bit more restrictions. Like in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, this is one of the reasons why I like Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 better than Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. I mean, look at the amount of fences they give you. Where are the brick fences? What happened to the brick? I loved using the brick fences. No, well, see, you used to be able to do that. I mean, what's the difference? Why can't I do this? Why? You can enable a code to allow you to do that, but in order for me to have any use for that, means I gotta continuously rename guests every time I have to log in. You can change something in the UI, or not the UI, the actual internal options in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. Why did I even say UI? It's not even... Okay, off topic. You can change something in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 so that it'll allow you to do this without needing to rename any of your peeps. And that's what they're called, peeps. But we're just going to start with building a merry-go-round a little bit high. You'll see what I mean in a moment. Build something around it, give it some pizzazz, as people would say. Move it back a bit. There. We'll build it like that. Actually, no. We're not going to build it like that. No. We're not building it like that. No, I don't like it. I don't like that. It's not high enough. We need to make it higher. Much higher. There we go. That's actually perfect. I like that height. Now, we can start with building this. It's actually, when it goes down here, we'll build... Oh. I know that you can... Oh, come on! Let me delete you. Thank you. What was that? Okay. If you didn't hear that, it was a wahoo! Okay. Well, anyways. We'll just start forming it like this. I mean, not that many people are going to ride a merry-go-round, I can assure you on that. But it's still fun to build it. There we go. And we will then just give it the standard gray format. And there we go. And then we can build around it. Oh no, we gotta give it space. Because I can't build in pathways. So stupid. Why can't you build in pathways in this one? You were able to do it in Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 and 2. Did Atari just decide, yeah, well, we're just not gonna let you build in pathways this time because, you know, we're gonna add a bit of challenge. Yeah, Atari doesn't give any shits for Roller Coaster Tycoon anymore. Have you seen Roller Coaster Tycoon World? Oh my god, is that an atrocious... That's like... Oh god. I don't even know what to call it, really. It's not even a Roller Coaster Tycoon game. It's some abomination filth that Atari decided to make because they're running low on money. Didn't they file for bankruptcy, like, oh, I don't know, a while ago? Shouldn't they be, oh, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Dead? Atari should be dead. You know, give Chris Sawyer back his game. Whatever happened? Why did Atari make Roller Coaster Tycoon 3? Why didn't Chris Sawyer come back and make it? I'm sure he could have done a much better job at making Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 than Atari themselves. Oh well, I guess if you're in it for the money, you're in it for the money. Even though this is a series that has touched my childhood deeply. I mean, come on, guys. Roller Coaster Tycoon World. I mean, you know what? What the hell was Atari thinking? Roller Coaster Tycoon. I'm not even going to worry about deleting the underside. This is just, I don't have to worry about money much. But okay, let's get back on 4. 4, the mobile game. I almost got sucked into that because I saw it on. I'm like, 4? They finally put it? Is it like a redux of like Roller Coaster Tycoon, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 or 3 on the mobile phone? I was like, holy shit, Atari, you guys are fucking awesome. And then I saw the amount of cash cowing it was. And I immediately noped the hell out of there. I did not like it. I was disgusted. I was appalled. I couldn't believe what the hell Atari did. I mean, come on. Atari. Roller Coaster Tycoon. Why'd you do this? Why? You have these fantastic games that have brought so many people through their childhood. Just why? What was the benefit? I mean, I can see somewhat of the appeal. You make your character, you make your park and you slowly build it over a few months. But 24 hours to finish building like a goddamn ride? Guys, and you know what's another thing I didn't like? It cost actual money. It cost actual money. It wasn't a free game. It was a money cash-in. And that's what aggravated me to no end about this. And it really depressed me to see it. I thought Roller Coaster Tycoon was done. I thought Roller Coaster Tycoon was never going to get another game. Then I heard about Worlds. At first, I was ecstatic because I'm thinking to myself, yay! Atari said they weren't going to put DLC bullshit in the game, and, well, I'm not a big fan of microtransactions. I don't mind expansion packs, okay? I grew up with expansion packs. Expansion packs add a lot more to the game than just a little bit of content, I could see freaking Atari coming out with Roller Coaster Tycoon Worlds, and suddenly they're gonna go, oh, you want the latest and greatest of your, awesome, roller coaster type? Well, you've got to pay us $5 to get this roller coaster pack that's going to contain 2 roller coasters that should have been included with the goddamn game. And I can see them doing that because that's what's happening with gaming nowadays. You've got to be able to pay for DLC that should already be on the motherfucking game. But no, we're stuck in this perpetual loop of greed and money whoring. I mean, come on, guys. Roller Coaster Tycoon it's people's childhood, and you are destroying it with your greed. I mean, I'm really pissed off about Roller Coaster Tycoon World, especially. They're gonna put DLCs in it. We all know it. And what's even worse, 4 scenery. You can't select, you can't have all the scenery in your park. You only get to choose 1 for your park, and then that's it. Why? 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 Why do that? Why make it? Why make it that way? Why make it only 1 scenery? Is it because your engine can't take it? I mean, come on, guys. Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 didn't necessarily have the best engine. It plays well, but even on this computer with a really big park with, thousands of peeps, it slows it down, and this is not a wimpy computer. And if your engine is seriously that bad, then you shouldn't even be making PC games. You shouldn't. It's like that whole fiasco with, what was it? Arkham Knight. I was greatly disappointed with the Arkham Knight. I thought it was an atrocious display of carelessness and utter greed. See, why can't I do that? That is just stupid. And then, watch. This is going to look so terrible because of it. I can't even do it there. Man. That's why you got to put a space on it. I guess I could put, Flora here, I suppose. Let's see. This. And there we go. See, I don't like that. I think the scenery was done a lot better in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 and 1. Well, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 especially. Roller Coaster Tycoon 1, you couldn't even lift your scenery. It was just static. But there you go. There's my merry-go-round. Now we're going to test it. Let's call it Merry Ol' Jolly. That's what I always call my merry-go-round. And unfortunately, you have to choose between this, and I really don't know what to give the merry-go-round. So let's just keep the merry-go-round this way. No, I do. Okay. Yeah, let's save, though, because I've always had this issue with Roller Coaster Tycoon. You build and build and build and build and build, and suddenly, crash! You lose everything. You lose everything. I don't like that. I don't like it when you lose stuff. It just... Nah. Alright. We need to build... There. Oh, there. Small hedge. This just allows me to give this a little bit more feel, you should say. Build it this way. There. Okay. And I guess we can also do it this way. Oh, no, hey. I'm not even going to be able to build trees there. I don't think. It's been a while. I should be able to. Actually, you know what? I think I should be able to build trees. Let's see. Once I'm done with the bush here. Ah, hey. Don't do that. Don't do that. That one scene where Sarah Connor's future wife from Terminator 3. I forget her name. It was not really the best. I'm chewing on ice. That really was not one of the best Terminator movies. Salvation was a horrible piece of crap, though. It really was. A lot of things that should not have been there were there. And, well, we paid for it. Now we put roses. Just to disguise the fact that it's all just grass right here. Because, grass is good. Grass is your friend. Even if we step all over it, it's a good representation of friends, because you just step on all over it and it doesn't care. It'll keep staying green and happy, because it knows in the end that everything is going to die. This just got really depressing. Coaster Planet. You know what? Let's talk about Coaster Planet and why I think that's going to be an amazing... just amazing in every single way. I've never used these. Let's use these. Roller Coaster Planet is made by the same people who made Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, Frontier. And to be perfectly honest with you, I think that is going to be the reason why Frontier, or not Frontier, Coaster Planet is going to absolutely knock the socks off of Roller Coaster Tycoon World. Because, to be perfectly honest with you, Roller Coaster Tycoon World has issues that could have been avoided, but in the sense of money and the amount of developers that they've thrown at it, and, well, now, the amount of delays and setbacks, Roller Coaster Tycoon World just seems like it's going to be a Duke Nukem forever. It's going to be a game that's going to be fun, but it's going to be frustrating. It's not going to run that well. There's going to be a lot of bugs. And in the end, it's going to be a disappointment. I did like Duke Nukem Forever, by the way. I thought it was a good game. I played it on a computer, which was superior in every way to the Xbox 360 and PS1. PS1? Wow, yeah, of course. PS1, screaming when it was out. Actually, no, it wasn't Screaming when it came out. That was the Nintendo 64, or the Ultra 64, but it was the PS3. Alright, I think we're good with the merry-go-round. That actually looks really nice. I like that. Look at that. That's nice. Just talk and build, and you can make something. Alright, so what should we build next? Well, I'm thinking about putting a little food bar right here. You know, start feeding people as they walk through the park. Because that's what you should do in any case for a park. You need to put certain things at the front. Let's actually do that with an information kiosk. Now, I used to call it coast, but I know it's a kiosk. I used to call it a coast because, you know, I was a dumb kid, and we've all been dumb kids. I wouldn't really call it dumb, actually. I'd call it ignorant. We were ignorant kids. Okay, so now we have 2 kiosks. Or information, but they're kiosks. I will always call them kiosks. That's another thing I don't like. The old kiosks used to be, you know, all around. You could connect all pathways around and they would work. This is just this. That's all it is. Now, let's build around this. Should we make it a brick? No, let's make it normal. First, actually, let's make it this way. Let's make it blue at the bottom. Because, you know, kiosk! Now let's do the exact same thing for this side. God. Oh, come on! Stab it. Jab it. Alright, now we're going to build the second half, which is going to be white. Oh well, we'll just leave it there. No one's going to actually see that part. You know, there are actual tricks I didn't learn that Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 could do until I played Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Like, for instance, doing that for the scenery. Holding down shift will allow you to move the scenery up. Something else I discovered, holding down the control while your mouse cursor is over a panel will make it to the height of that panel, which makes building so much easier. It is such a good thing that they did this. I mean, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 did the exact same thing, but I didn't know that. Actually, I didn't figure out that there was elevation in the game until I read a gaming magazine about it. I was like, holy shit, you can actually do that? Of course, I didn't say it out loud. I wasn't like a lot of kids are today where they can just curse their brains out, especially in front of their parents. Kind of disgusts me. But I was impressed. I was like, wow, I didn't know you could do that in Roller Coaster Tycoon. That's really neat. I think that may work. You know, I gotta try that. And of course, when I got home, first thing I did, pop open Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, and what do you know? It worked. It was absolutely fantastic, and that's how I got so good at building. Now, granted, I'm not like those people who spend, I don't know, like 20 plus hours on a single roller coaster scenery with a bunch of custom scenery. Because I don't like custom scenery. I never liked custom scenery. It just, I don't know. It never really worked for me. It never really was great. I mean, yes, there were things about custom scenery that made the game look a lot better and all that stuff. But then you gotta deal with the fact that what if the custom scenery ends up breaking your game? Or, even worse, it ends up completely and totally just looking funky. And a lot of this custom scenery has so many pieces, you don't know what to do with it. I prefer the way the stock scenery, because I mean, look at that, it looks pretty good. It looks great for the beginning part of the entire game. Oh, and by the way, a little tidbit, a little tip for those that want to give your park a nice boost. Always at the front, after they've checked in and received their items, put ATMs. Just ATMs like that. One ATM here. I'm going to put another ATM right there. And we're going to put some... Okay, look at that, look at that. Bricks. Why don't we have brick... In order for you to get any sort of, like, brick wall, you need to do it this way. Why should I use actual brick walls in order for that to work? It's so stupid. I mean, come on. Does that look good at all? I mean, now it looks great because, well, I'm adding more to it, but come on, guys. It's just high enough to cover the peep's face. Like, oh, hello, I can see you. Not anymore. I can only see the tip of your blonde-ass head. You know, from up close, these peeps look absolutely atrocious. Look at this guy. This guy looks like he is so miserable to be here. Hang on, let me see if I can still. Yay, I did it. Now I'm at peep level. Look at this guy. Yeah. There we go. Look at him. He looks so miserable. Motherfucker, you get to ride all my rides for free. You get to try out the food for free. You get paid to stay in my park for free. And yet you look like you're the most miserable person in the world with your pocket protector, your pens that look like freaking darts from a blow dart gun. And that picture doesn't look anything like you. It doesn't. At least he's got a clipboard too. He should have a tablet. This did come out in 2003 though. What's 2004? I remember it coming out really early 2000s. So yeah, it was before 2005. I can tell you that. But this game, this game didn't really get that great until the expansion packs came out. The Soaked and Wild expansion packs, and that just added so much to the game. Alright guys, well I'm going to end the first episode of Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 right here. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Give a like if you want to see more of this, or you can go ahead and dislike it and I won't make any more and I'll just continue making the other crap I make. And yeah, see you guys next time. Bye-bye! Life.